So recently I was on a trip where we drove from Cape Town up to Mozambique along the coast of South Africa. It was absolutely amazing to see the size of our country and to see all the different little towns along the way. And I must say, we have a very big and beautiful country that is worth protecting and enjoying and cherishing. And such amazing people wherever you go. South Africans are generally so happy and friendly. So on this recent trip, I took along my trusty Canon PowerShot. This is the SX710, and it's got a 30 times optical zoom. It is a very compact camera. It is awesome. It shoots amazing photos, it shoots video. I love this camera and I took it along on this trip. I was in the Addo Elephant Park shooting the wildlife when all of a sudden I got this lens error. And what happened was the lens no longer retracted into the camera and it just kept on beeping and it wouldn't work. So in the moment I was devastated, but luckily I got most of the shots that I wanted to get. But it was the second day of a 2-week trip and my main camera had failed. So I had to adapt and I kept on shooting photos and filming on my iPhone, and I used my Spark drone to capture some aerial footage, but I no longer had my trusty point and shoot to take photos and film. So what I've decided to do was I've actually decided to get the exact same camera, and this morning I got a delivery and it arrived. So I've actually decided to stick with this camera. It is an older model, so the price is really affordable. I paid 2,499, so about 2,500 Rand for this. Because it's an older model, the price is lower than the latest models, but I love this camera. It has served me so well, and I'm so glad that I've got another one so I can get back into filming and taking photos with my trusty Canon PowerShot. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think the takeaway for this video is that you don't always have to get the latest and greatest gear. I edited the main video from this recent trip and I was really happy with the outcome. And the truth is, I shot everything on the Canon PowerShot, on my iPhone, and the DJI Spark, and a GoPro Hero 3. All of those devices are fairly old, yet they still produce amazing results. And it just showed me what you can do with modern gear. But it doesn't have to be the latest gear. So if you are thinking of getting into, filming or some kind of creative endeavor, just know that you don't always have to get the latest and the greatest, because it always comes at quite a price tag. Another thing I recently had to upgrade was my MacBook Pro, and I was still running on a 15-inch MacBook Pro from 2011, and it had served me well. I loved the computer, I didn't want to give it up, but I started getting graphic card errors, and that means you have to replace the whole logic board. So long story short, I had to replace my MacBook Pro, and I opted to get the 2015 MacBook Pro, which still had all the ports, versus the newer MacBook Pro where they removed all the ports and they added the touch bar. So sometimes it's not worth getting the latest and the greatest and paying the inflated price for it. Sometimes it's better sticking with an older model that you know and trust, or an older model that has proved its effectiveness. So yeah, keep that in mind when you buy gear, when you replace gear. I've definitely found that it's been a useful lesson, and it's definitely saved me quite a bit of cash. So I'm still very happy with my gear. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up and I'll chat to you soon. Cheers.